Good morning, Mafia. It is Tuesday, and I'm making a video because it's Murder Tuesday, and I have to make a video because there's no way I'm missing a video where I have a legitimate reason to talk about serial killers. No. Also, I have a cool jacket on, hence why I'm standing in my kitchen and not sitting on my bed. Anyways, also, related to serial killers, yesterday was the 17th anniversary of the day that Jeffrey Dahmer was beaten to death in prison. So, on that note, let's start talking about creepy Russian ladies. Romanian ladies. God, I'm an idiot. Anyways, Vera Renczi, cannot say her last name, was a Romanian serial killer who lived from 1903 until about 1960, but we don't really know when she died. She poisoned 35 men with arsenic during the 20s and 30s, which is a rather pleasant way to kill people. She was born into a wealthy family, in the largest city in Romania that I can't pronounce and just won't try to pronounce because I suck at pronouncing Romanian words. And the family relocated to a different town when she was 10. By the age of 15, she was completely out of control, and she kept running away from home with her various love boyfriends, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to say love persons or boyfriends in that sentence. Most of her boyfriends were older than she was. A lot of her childhood friends described her as having this really creepy, pathological desire to have male companionship at all times, and she was really suspicious and incredibly jealous by nature, which is not a good thing. Her first marriage was to a businessman who was much, much older than she was, and with him she had a son called Lorenzo. Because she was left home every day while her husband was out working, she started to suspect that her husband was cheating on her, because that's obviously the logical conclusion. So one evening, when she was in her jealous rage mode, she poisoned him with arsenic in his dinner wine and told family and friends and neighbors and such that he abandoned her and her son. After about a year, she said that she heard word of her husband's death in a car accident. Shortly after hearing the news of the car accident, she remarried, this time to a man that was closer to her own age. The relationship, disastrous. Like, they were just crashing and burning and drowning in the debris of their love. And Vera was again absolutely certain that her new husband was cheating on her, and after only a few months of being married, he mysteriously vanished, and she told friends and family that he abandoned her. That was her last marriage. I think she figured out that her and marriage were not good friends. She did spend the next several years having a ton of love people, some with married men, which were obviously kept a secret, and some openly. They came from all sorts of backgrounds and social positions, and all would mysteriously vanish within months, weeks, and a few of them vanished within days of becoming involved with her. With the men that she was openly with, every time, the reason why they vanished was because they were unfaithful and abandoned her. Vera was only caught because the wife of one of her lovers followed him to Vera's residence one evening, and because the guy never returned home, the police were called and investigated his disappearance. They searched her wine cellar and discovered 32 unburied zinc-lined coffins, each containing a male corpse in various stages of decomposition. She was arrested and taken into police custody, where she confessed to have poisoning all 32 men with arsenic when she suspected that they had been unfaithful to her, or when they believed their interest in her was waning. She also told them that on occasion she would just sit in her armchair in the wine cellar, surrounded by all of these corpses, and do nothing with them, just stare at them. I mean, if you're going to keep the corpses, at least, like, have reasons to keep them. I mean, I'm sure, like, just keeping them for company is ridiculous. She also confessed to killing her 2 husbands and her son Lorenzo, who weren't in the 32 coffins that were in the wine cellar for some reason. Her son had come over one day to pay her a visit and accidentally discovered the coffins that weren't hidden at all. They were just in the wine cellar. So hypothetically, anyone who goes into the wine cellar would find these coffins, so she shouldn't have been shocked. Anyways, he threatened to blackmail her with the information about these coffins, and she poisoned him and disposed of his body. She was convicted of 35 murders and sentenced to life imprisonment, and then she died. It is said that her story possibly inspired the play Arsenic and Old Lace, and that's really all for her. Crazy Romanian ladies. Fun! So, don't know what I'm making my video on next week, so I would like suggestions about this, because the last time I got suggestions, I learned of the existence of the nipple belts. So, more suggestions, because apparently people who are not me are better at finding creepy people. Go and stop that sentence. Okay. That's all for today. I will see you on the day that is tomorrow, and that will be very nice. So, goodbye.